di poterci unire alla sua preghiera.
Heavenly Father, you have given us a model of life in the Holy Family of Nazareth. Help us, O loving Father, to make our family another Nazareth, where love, peace, and joy reigns. May it be deeply contemplative, intensely Eucharistic, and vibrant with joy.
In 1994, Mother Teresa gave a message to bless all families in Vatican Square. Today, the whole world is eagerly waiting for her noble message. Lee Hae-in, the famous Korean poet and nun, has received permission from her for an interview and left for Calcutta in India. They call the streets filled with noise and pollution and crowded with poor people the city of Mother Teresa. 54A Lower Circular Road is the mother house of Mother Teresa. Entering an old and small gate, barely big enough for one man to pass through, we can find the world's poorest but busiest nuns wearing Indian saris. The sari is the traditional attire of Indian women. In becoming a nun's robe, this cheap cloth seems to shine with the beauty of pure white. Mother Teresa, the mother of the barefooted, greets the people and gives counsel and blesses them with a big smile. She shares joy with them and conveys love to them. Her face and hands are marked with deep wrinkles. The people who see her face and hands want to permanently remember her figure.
You're Benedictine.
You raised Archbishop Henry. I just want to hear from you that what would be a specific role of Mother Teresa, especially the city of Calcutta?
Answer would be that she brings the dignity of the human person in the minds of people.
Yes.
Through telling them how beautiful it is that you serve another human person.
Yes. I could find that although people are very poor but they still keep the smile and the peace and joy. But I wonder what's the secret of the joy and peace. So I think it's the gift of India. So would you kindly tell me that what would be a specific role of Mother Teresa Calcutta?
Well, actually, the poverty and the misery which you see with your eyes are very apparent, and it's also in a very high degree because of the overpopulation in the city.
Yes. How many are they more or less?
We might be almost 11 million.
11 million.
11 million. And there would be surely 1 million more or less staying on the streets in the city. This has come because of the Bangladesh exodus. And Calcutta is a very hospitable city. In Calcutta there's lots of work, lots of food. Nobody needs to starve or go hungry in Calcutta.
What would be your personal comment that Mother Teresa's way of loving, especially the poorest of poor, not efficient anymore in this modernized, organized world today?
Well, if you were to look at things from the point of view of material results,
yes,
insofar as you want to tackle the causes of poverty, you could say that her methods are insufficient for that. But if you look at it from the point of view of human reality, I think she's very powerful in that beyond the well-being through material goods, she's giving a dignity to people in her ministry.
She looks mild, but she also looks very strong with her own conviction in Christ.
Yes. And she has a deep inner vision of God's presence. This is something which you can sense all the time. That is somewhere, she goes beyond the reality and she sees Christ's presence in all the situations in which he comes.
What do you think that if Mother Teresa is not here, I mean, this world with her presence, maybe if he pass away someday in Calcutta, do you think that her work will be very continuously effective way?
Yes. I have a feeling her organization is quite strong.
Already.
Yeah, already. Yes. She has a very strong organization. And I have a feeling too that the sisters are deeply formed in the work for the poor. And they have absorbed that charism into their souls. Yes. However, her presence brings special strength, and that they will lose, because that strength is something which comes from only someone who is like a saint like she is. But the work will continue, I think, no problem.
Usually, how often do you meet Mother Teresa?
Oh, usually once a month, more often. Whenever she has some reason, she's here.
I see. I heard that she gave very impressive talk to even the Ninth General Assembly of Bishops in Rome, Synod.
Because she did not speak about religious life in its abstraction.
I see.
She spoke of religious life in its deep meaning, that means love of Jesus. And that made a very deep impression because it came as a person who is deeply convinced of that love.
When we look at her rough hands and feet, we can see that she is from the countryside. Perhaps there is no one who is more eager to do this kind of work. Born in Skopje, Yugoslavia in 1910, she grew up in a warm and happy Albanian family until she joined the Laredo community at the age of 18. She used to listen to the song, "We Saw Virgin Mary on the Black Mountain," during her childhood. The young girl heard a calling from God in the song and was thrilled with joy. 20 years as a teacher and a trainee in the monastery is beautifully engraved in her memory. She loves to recall the bright students who were learning geography from her and the sisters with whom she walked in the garden of the monastery. While riding on a train to Darjeeling in the hills of the Himalaya Mountains for a retreat in her 30s, she received a new and powerful calling from God. When she received the permit from the papal office, she left the Laredo Monastery in 1948 and began a new but hard journey of life. After that, she began the Missionaries of Charity with 12 followers. In 1979, the Nobel Peace Award was given to her. It was not only a recognition of her tireless efforts as a social worker, but also of the fact that she found the dignity of human beings in the poor people and awakened us to the value of life.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. Get to hear from you.
Mother Teresa, I'm very pleased to tell you that many Koreans want to see you. I'm glad to come here as representative of all Korean people who eagerly want to see you. You still remember that you threw a medal of Blessed Virgin Mary into the river on the north side as a sign of peace and unity. So
I always make use of Our Ladies. When I need the house, I throw the medal and I get the house.
I see. This year is the year of family by United Nations. I heard that Korean participants in the Mass for the year family in Vatican Square were deeply impressed by your speech. Could you kindly tell us your words again?
Family that prays together, stays together. And if they stay together, they will love each other as God loves each one of them. So let us, if we could bring prayer into the family life, I think we'll be able to help many families, because I believe that what blood is to the body, prayer is to the soul. And so it is very important to be able to grow in holiness. We must learn to pray and take the trouble to pray. Because Jesus has said very clearly, be ye holy as the Father in heaven is holy. Prayer is a sure way to great holiness.
You are taking care of 3,000 sisters and brothers in Calcutta. How do you manage your financial problem?
Like the birds and the flowers, completely depend on divine providence. But how it comes, it's a miracle of God. So the other day, the sisters told me that they had no milk for our babies. We have over 200 babies, because we are fighting abortion by adoption. And so we have to have special milk for the small babies. And then a Hindu gentleman came in the morning and he said, Mother Teresa, this morning, the whole time, something is telling me, go to Mother Teresa and bring her milk. And then I said, who told you? I said, no, something inside of my heart told me. So, and he brought the milk and I looked at the box of milk. It was exactly the same milk that our children need. The miracle of God. And like this, every day, something.
Generally speaking, it seems that the relief work can achieve an effective result when it is done either in a national dimension or a large scale organization. For the more successful work, organization would be necessary for you. Can you tell me your own opinion about that? Actually, the work must be more successful if you organize.
We don't work for the success. We try to give tender love and care to our people.
Yeah, it's true.
But Jesus said it very clearly, whatever you do to the least, you do it to me. And many people are involved, even little children. The other day I got a letter from a little child from America, and the little child wrote, he said, Mother Teresa, I love you very much. I'm sending you my pocket money. And like that, in the letter there was that $3, but all the way from America, but such tender love. So this is, the whole world is now realizing that they must share with the world. And we have houses all over the world now.
You often said that Christ presented himself who are most seriously abandoned among being abandoned are the greatest people in the world. I always
the dying, the unwanted, the unloved, the crippled, the mental, the lepers, and now we are also doing much work for the AIDS. As you know, there is no medicine, no nothing, and everybody's dying. So I've just opened a place for mother and child in Rome and in Warsaw in Poland. And we are trying to see, we will open here in Calcutta something, trying to arrange with the government.
What would be your opinion on abortion about the world today? I heard that you often give talk about abortion, since it's very important things.
Abortion is the greatest killing today, the greatest evil in the world today. Because if a mother can kill her own child, what is left for other people to kill each other? There's so much killing going on around the world because of that.
Yes.
And with
So
the child, they are killing the most beautiful gift of God. The child is a gift of God.
But you often talked about
Yes.
opposition.
I can give you
abortion.
my talk, sister. I gave a big talk in Washington
Washington
on the
about
1st of March. I'll give you that and you can
Yes.
print it or use it.
Yes.
And then I also gave a talk. I didn't talk, but I wrote a message, and they had that in Egypt, and they had that big meeting. So I wrote to them also, and they had like very beautiful. So they abused the whole. So I can give you more this and see you can make full use
Yes.
of it. I give they gave in United States all over the place. Both Mr. The president and his wife are there. God has been very good to us. Make use of nothingness to show His greatness. No? So
Can children growing up in such family, such this love family, with the hope of society in the future, what would be your opinion about the youngsters in world
the
today?
best is let us bring prayer into families, and if the children are taught to pray and pray with their parents, I'm sure we'll have a better world.
Yes.
I'm very sure.
Yeah.
Sure, I've seen it again and again. The families that have started praying, live together, there is peace, there is unity, there is joy. Because prayer gives a clean heart, and a clean heart can live in peace with each other.
What can our religious people and then the Catholic faithful would do about this kind of destructive world, including the this love family and the whole destructive world, because they also destroy nature.
All of us must try to bring prayer. I have great faith in prayer. Great faith. If we can bring prayer in our family, in the family level, not whether Hindu or Muslim, but I'll teach them all to pray and bring the prayer as long as they get together. A family that prays together stays together. And if they stay together, they will love each other as God loves them. And that's more important. And many Hindu families now are praying together in their families. So that's it.
May I know your secret to so many kinds of difficult works with joy? Where does the joy come from? What would be your potential energy for the secret?
All for Jesus, all with Jesus, and all to Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus himself.
Simple.
Jesus himself is joy.
And it's very clear, Jesus has said very clearly, whatever you do to the least, you did it to me. So now we have the Blessed Sacrament, and one of the greatest gifts of the church to our congregation that we have daily adoration.
Yes.
That has been a very grand, big gift. And then we have the Blessed Sacrament all time with us, and we have the food. So Jesus, you are touching Him in the pool and you are receiving Him in reality. They're very beautiful.
Mother, what would be the most urgent and important issue of this age? I want to hear your own opinion.
Pray. That the fruit of prayer will make people love one another. Love
Yes.
together. There is love, there is there is joy, there is holiness.
Yes.
And Jesus said very clearly, be ye holy as the Father in heaven is holy.
Yes.
And we have made a strong resolution, I want, with God's blessing, be holy.
Again, once more.
I will,
I want,
with God's blessing,
blessing,
be holy.
holy.
And then
Huh?
Jesus said, You eat to me. Whatever you do in the least of my brethren, you eat to me. When you put these two hands together, you will be holy.
Even they are baptized as Christian, still there is a tendency to leave from the church because the level of concern, level of love, level of piety. So many young people leave from the church.
Here we have more than 70 volunteers. If you come in the morning for Mass, 6 o'clock Mass, you'll see. And if you, now they are all working, and then they come again 6 o'clock for adoration. You come, and if you come this evening adoration, you will see all these young people here. You can talk to them, everything, every day. 6 o'clock morning and 6 o'clock evening. So that it doesn't disturb the priest.
No, not disturb. Just a general atmosphere.
You can take that just to show the certain volunteer.
Like her words, whether it is rainy or not, we can find many volunteers at the morning Mass of the Mother House. Young followers of Mother Teresa come to Calcutta from all over the world to meet her and experience the suffering of the poor, to feel the grief and misery of being abandoned and isolated in the world themselves.
We disturb him. I know him 1 year now ago.
1 year?
Yeah, and this child is blind, but in fact his communication is with song and music.
They learn the way of loving at Shishivan, a home for abandoned children, and at Frandom, a home for the aged.
I try to love them and care for them as much as I can. And even all the work I do, I try and pray. To help those who are in need, as Jesus did. To look for those who are lonely, who are on the streets, who are sick, who are poor, who have no one to care for them. That's who you must go to. It's what Mother Teresa says. It's very beautiful. That's what it's all about. It's all about love. Looking for the lepers and those who need it most.
calcutta 자체가 여기서 자원봉사를 하면서 이게 또 하나의 여행인 것 같아요. 깊이 사람들 속으로 들어가고 제 안으로 들어오고 그리고 어떤 희생이라고 표현하고 싶지는 않습니다. 그냥 제가 좋아서 하는 일이니까 결국 희생이 아니죠. 근데 내 안으로도 깊이 한번 들어가 보고 우리 또 만나는 친구들, 그 친구들의 삶, 그 친구들이 왜 여기 와서 이 일을 하고 있는가. 유럽에 가서 1시간 일하면 여기서 한 달 동안 일할 수 있는 거 벌 수 있는 친구들이죠. 심지어 물빨래 안 해본 친구들이고 빨래 방망이 두드리고 환자들 정말 더럽죠. 아침에 가면은 전부 다 똥을 좀 가득한 손으로 닦아주고 하는 그런 모습들을 보면서 이게 정말 사람 살아가는 모습인데 왜 우리가 진짜 사는 곳에서는 이러지 못할까. 마더 테레사님이 항상 하시는 얘기가 있습니다. calcutta는 학교다. 그러니까 여러분들이 여기서 하는 일들을 여러분의 고향에 돌아가서 계속해라. 굉장히 큰 교훈인 것 같아요. 한국에 돌아가면.
Mr. Jo Byung-jun, a Korean volunteer, says that although he is not Catholic, Calcutta is a living school established by Mother Teresa. And he says that by experiencing the suffering of the lepers and female prisoners, he began another kind of journey in life.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. They're too big for me.
Mother, today is very beautiful feast day for you.
We have today and this day every year we have sisters taking final vows.
I see.
Today,
Every year?
yes, every year. And we have in December, 8th of December and 24th of May, twice a year.
So twice.
Yes.
I see. Is there any special meaning this cross?
No, this is hard. See, like the women, when they get married, they have a ring
I see.
on the finger. So the same thing, we have the cross here, collection with the heart.
You have three lines.
Yeah,
Is there any special?
no, only the blue is in honor of Almighty. But this line,
I think.
and out of respect, first time I bought these from the market. But from the time we are using these as a religious habit, and they are not selling anymore.
Exactly. Since when do you use
We make it
as a
ourselves.
habit?
Our leprosy patients are preparing it.
That's why, yeah. We been there.
You went there, you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw.
That changed their life completely. Now each one has their own little house, their whole family together. Before they used to run away here, there, everywhere.
There was big rehabilitation.
We have a beautiful rehabilitation center and plenty of food and everything.
Yes.
And we pay them, other people are paid also.
Yes. Also, some families.
Yes, the whole family.
Yes.
They have, government gives me land,
Yes.
and then I buy the material, give it to them, they build their own house. I pay them for building their own little house, they like the gifts.
Brother Pino, guided us very kindly. I wonder how the people are such joyful and peaceful, although they are very sickly.
Beautiful, very, very happy. They are very happy. Thank you.
How could they come? They look so happy, although they are
Because
very
now
sick.
they are living normal life, sister, like everybody else. They have their children, we have little school for them. Some of their children are studying. Because a child born of a leper family is not a leper.
Do you also often go there?
Yeah?
Do you visit there sometimes?
Yeah,
Leper center?
I go there and see them. And then we have a mobile clinic and the sisters go and
Few days ago, Mother, we saw a very beautiful painting of the face of Gandhi and face of yours on the wall of jail. What does it mean?
I don't know.
You don't know? I think that's a
Because
sign.
I have taken the girls from jail. I have taken 35 young girls from jail. They were brought for prostitution. And when those people who are doing that business brought them to that life, they run away. And God knows what they told the police called them to the jail.
Where is the place?
Tengra, here in Calcutta. One day we shall go there. And then one day I was told, Mother, they are innocent girls, do something. So I took them out from jail. They are with me. And then all the mental women also in jail. So they came to me, this Mother, take us also. So I took 70 of them.
Maybe tomorrow
One day you must go and see
yes,
that.
yes,
It's beautiful.
Yes.
It has touched the life of so many. And continually Hindu families are coming and helping me to help the girls.
So, may I ask again that when was it the time that you hold by second vacation from God?
46.
46.
Yes, 48.
At the time you maybe
All for
started.
Jesus, through me.
Yeah.
So you pray that we don't spoil God's work.
Yes.
That we do it for faith and love.
We are very lucky to attend 3 kinds of very big celebration of yours. First about the Mass.
First vows, then we have the reception. Now, 74, 4 children became novices.
Yes, that's why these 3 days are
Novices, first vows, and then final vows. Then we have in Nairobi, Africa. Then we have in Philippines.
Yeah.
And then we have in San Francisco, United States, and Calcutta, 6 places.
You know?
So they are all having this final vows. Final vows we have in Rome, in the Philippines, in Washington, and Calcutta, only 4 places. But the novitiate we have in 6 places. Full.
There are so many of you. There are so many in your community, and then could you still remember each one of them?
That is God's blessing.
Yeah.
I have very good sister that helped me a lot. This sister not well.
We noticed
And
that.
she does all these things very clear.
Yeah.
This was the mission of charity. Then you have this consecrated all heart, all the 4 vows.
It's a summarized
Yes,
summary of
very
your
clear. That's
very clear. This
Yes.
is very important.
yeah.
And then I realized that everywhere in the chapel there is Bible phrase, "I thirst."
Yes,
Is the,
that's under the cross.
Yeah.
Because that is the aim of our congregation,
I see.
to satiate the thirst of Jesus on the cross for love for souls.
I see.
And by working in the salvation and sanctification of the poorest of the poor.
That's even on the paper of profession,
Everything.
and it's they wrote that
Items.
verse. Yeah, it was very impressive.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's a very important thing for us.
Mother, I think it must be May of this year. You gave kind of a talk in Rome, which titled "Women, Religious and Mission." I read the article, and then I was very much impressed by the words that Jesus thirsts for new humanity. What do you mean by that? For
New love.
new love, new humanity.
Yeah.
It was very poetic and a very
Yeah, that's the reason of our existence. That's the aim of our congregation.
Yes, yeah.
Whatever work we do, that's the aim, to satiate his thirst. Because he's still thirsty for love.
Would you kindly explain about your formation course? I mean, how
We have
can you be
aspirants.
religious? 1 year?
Yes, there's junior aspirants, senior, so 1 year.
1 year.
Then we have postulancy, junior and senior, again 1 year. Then 2 years novitiate.
And the ordinary 4 years.
Altogether 4
4
years.
years.
And then we have 6 years,
6 years.
first vows.
I see.
Then it takes 9 years and a half before they can be professed,
Yes.
junior professed.
So,
Same.
yeah.
And then they have, and then we have to take final vows.
Yeah.
And we have 4 vows.
Yeah.
Poverty, chastity, obedience, and wholehearted free service to poorest of the poor.
That you
We
call
don't accept salary, no payment, no nothing, nothing.
It's really, I think that it's very challenging decision not to have any.
No, no, it comes, doesn't come.
Yes.
But it always comes. We are like the birds and the flowers.
Yes. Mother, for you, who is the poorest people in this world today? The poorest of poor, how do
The
you
one that missed the tenderness of God.
really?
Some of the rich countries, it's more difficult poverty to remove.
I see.
Because when a poor person is hungry or naked or anything, you give them that, finish. And Jesus said, I was hungry, I was naked, I was homeless, and you did it to me.
Mother, it's very much impressive that all the time in the day, all poor people around them, that they come and beg as if their own home.
But it is their home.
That's why you're mother of all. And then,
God has been very good to us. And people are...
can they come here anytime here?
Who?
The people around.
I mean, when it is really necessary for them, they can come anytime. As a rule, when we go out to the city, see somebody in the street, they pick up.
Do you
We
give
pick
them?
up and take them to the home for the dying and all that. And according to them, if a child who stay lying in the street, we take them. Anything. And then we have food every day. We have cooked food for the poor people. They go to children's home and eat. In England we have that. In America we have soup kitchen. Many people come and eat. Even in Washington, someone told me that that's the only food they have, what they get from us. But there's poor people everywhere. But it's a beautiful thing that we can give them the joy of love.
Yes.
They know that we love them.
Yes.
No difficulty.
So
God has been very good. It's a privilege for us, really. Because Jesus said very clearly, whatever you do to the least, you did it to me. And when we go and we meet Christ after death, Jesus will say, come, blessed of my Father, possess the kingdom prepared for you. Because I was hungry, gave me to eat. I was thirsty, gave me to drink. I was homeless and took me. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and in prison. Exactly what we are doing. Nothing more.
that's why if they come here, they might feel at home.
Yes,
and then
they know that.
Human dignity.
They can come anytime. Yeah.
How happy are they?
Yeah.
You know, once.
Thank God. That's good for the people and good for us also. Just like they used to go to Jesus anytime.
Are you strong enough to walk around about your health condition?
No time. No time to think about it.
Yes, mother.
It's good to spend constant.
Are you born in Yugoslavia, Albania?
Yes, in Yugoslavia.
I see.
Yeah.
You entered 18 years old.
Yes. Yes.
We read that through the books.
Oh.
Okay. No? Once we
Loreto. I was 21 years in Loreto.
what subject did you teach in Loreto?
Geography and catechism.
Geography
And catechism.
Catechism. I see. To the high school girl,
Yes, and I was the principal of the school.
the congregation of Loreto.
And I has a Bengali department, Bengali sisters.
I see.
Under
I
the prophet.
see.
Yes, I was the principal of the high school and I taught.
Yeah. Mother, the other day we also went to the place of a Premdam. Is it Indian word? What does it mean?
Premdan, gift of love.
Gift of it. Did you give
I
the,
give
the
the
name?
Yes, I give them. Premdan, gift of love.
Gift of love.
In Bombay we have gift of hope.
Gift of hope.
And
It's very
then
meaningful.
in quite a number of places we have that gift of love. A gift of God. In Rome we have gift of love. Our Lady's gift.
Yeah. Are there many postulants working there?
Yes.
Are they have
They
their
go to
training
Brendan, they go
course?
to Kaligar, they come home, they go there work. But they have to learn the work.
I saw many
We have porcelain there
there.
now, and then we have porcelain in Shishubhavan. Then we have porcelain Shantidan, 3 places we have. But now these porcelains have become novices. So now we are getting the new group.
Shishubaba, the children's house.
Yeah.
We saw there many volunteers from
many.
Western country, you know,
Yes.
French, German.
Yes, all right. If you go to home for their dying,
Yes,
the whole day they are working there. And they come for mass in the morning, and they go and work, and they come again in the evening for adoration. Twice a day they come and pray.
You know, they explained their feeling to us that they're very happy
Oh,
to
very,
be
very
there.
happy, very happy. Very
What usually get out and go to bed? And
What?
we want to know about your daily schedule and in general.
We are in bed by 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock,
By the latest, the sisters.
sister, and then in the morning,
In the morning we get up 4:30.
4:30, 4:30,
4:30.
and then
And then we have morning prayer
Morning
and
prayer,
everything,
yes.
and mass, meditation, 6 o'clock holy mass. Then we have to wash clothes because we have to wash our own clothes every day.
And then for me, it was very the strong impression comes to me that while you say mass, the street, very much noise, and then everybody speaks louder, and then isn't it disturbing you anymore?
We are used to that.
Used to that.
Every day we have
I
it.
see. Anyway,
Really.
it's the
But
world.
I mean, it is what to do. We cannot. But it's this house is very central for all our poor people and all that.
That's right. It looks very meaningful for this day. Because anyway,
Lots of traffic.
Yes, Mother.
But if you are busy with Jesus, then you are not. Christ is the head of this house, the unseen guest at every meal, the silent listener at every conversation, every recreation. He is there, listens. Beautiful.
Beautiful, really. Is this gift for us?
Yes, that's for you.
Thank you. What would be the most urgent issue in this world?
Help the people to pray. Teach them to pray. Because prayer, the fruit of prayer is the deepening of faith. And the fruit of faith is love. And the fruit of love is service. And the fruit of service is peace. Also, prayer is a keen heart. And a keen heart can speak to God, can see God, and serve.
That's why you quoted that deep prayer contact with eternity. I like the word very much. And then, Mother, would you kindly give us a short message to Korean clergy and religious people and faithful?
We have contemplative sisters, also one branch of contemplative sisters. We have sisters active and contemplative. We have brothers active and contemplative, and we have fathers.
I see.
And we have co-workers and lay missionaries for charity, like St. Francis of Assisi.
Who are the Tertian?
Tertian are sisters who are preparing for final vows.
Final vows?
But we have the people, lay people, husband and wife, who take the same vows, and we call them lay missionaries. Like St. Francis of Assisi and the third order, you remember?
You seem to like very much the prayer of St. Francis.
Yes, we pray it every day.
Every day. Share this joy as all you need.
Keep the joy of loving Jesus in your heart and share this joy with all you meet, especially your community. Help each other to be holy.
In 1950, Mother Teresa made her fourth vow to live for the poorest of the poor as the poorest herself, in addition to the ordinary vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, and founded the Missionaries of Charity. These sisters can find Jesus Christ in the body of the hungry, the naked, the dying, and the poor. They are truly living contemplative lives 24 hours a day. They are experiencing the thirst of Jesus Christ, who felt thirsty, longing for the true soul of humankind on the cross. Mother Teresa says, if we could listen to God's voice deep in our minds, we could know the meaning of suffering. Oh, blessed are those suffering and diseased. You are my only friend in Jesus Christ himself. Among the diseases of the world, the worst sickness is that we have come to gradually lose human dignity.
Give the great sense of courage and strength to lepers when you told them that Christians several years ago. I'd like to hear about it again.
Well, we have very big number of lepers that we are looking all over the place. But now we are creating rehabilitation centers, and they have their own little house, and so they live a normal life and they can live with their family. Before they used to run away from everything as soon as they realized they had. But now that they can live a normal life and can be also cured, because we are getting very good medicine from Switzerland also. So I feel this is something beautiful for God. To Titagar the other day.
Yes,
Even.
So we stayed there 2 hours yesterday.
They are very good.
Very good, and then they're very
But
lovely.
where everybody helps, and government gives me land.
Yes.
So and I don't have to pay for it. I just pay 1 rupee a year, so that they keep the ownership of the land, so that we don't have to pay taxes and things like that.
You came as a surprise for me to see you nursing a dead patients with such peaceful spirit. I automatically look with love and taking care of the sick, the poor, and the dying people.
You see, we know beautifully what Jesus said. Whatever you do to the least, you did it in me. And when we go home to God, again Jesus will say, come. You serve the kingdom prepared for you, because I was hungry and you gave me to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me to drink. I was homeless and you took me in. I was sick and in prison and you visited me. And I was naked and you clothed me. This is what we missionaries of charity are doing 24 hours. So we have Jesus, bread of life, and we have Jesus to so that's why I always say that we are contemplatives in the heart of the world.
Yes. Could you kindly tell us on episode when you
I accepted that award for the glory of God and for the good of our poor people. And I have used as a gift to help all our many families.
Yes.
So that's why it was a real gift of God.
Did you start this home for dying?
1952.
1952?
On 22nd of August.
I see.
In the feast of the Immaculate Heart.
Is there any specific reason that you started that home for dying?
I said that I live like an animal in the street, but I'm going to die like an angel. Love and care. He died with a big smile. Look at this one.
Because nobody wants, but
yes, it's beautiful.
If they
but they never complain. I've heard rich people complain.
Yes.
I've never heard poor people complain.
Yes.
And these are the poorest of the poor who have nothing, nobody. Beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a gift of God, not to us.
Also, the young girls.
They're helping each other, you see.
So you're very good looking. Is there any secret for you, although you are so busy in with many kinds of work?
whatever you do to the least, you did it to me. So he is there all the time. No? That's why we need the Eucharist, we need the adoration, we need Holy Mass, we need Holy Communion.
I feel that you...
Without that, I wouldn't be able, without prayer, I wouldn't be able to work even half an hour.
Then,
I wouldn't be able.
for you, is there any kind of frustration, any kind of disappointment, any kind? No, because of
I think
Jesus' answer.
It's all from Him.
All from Him, Jesus.
All for Jesus, through Mary.
All for Jesus to Mary.
Mary.
Yes. But even religious people, including me, although we know in...
That is, sister, that is the thing is that we have that close contact with the poor and believing the words of Jesus. You did it to me. You give a glass of water, give it to me. You receive a little child, you receive me. How many children we have received, how many? So that's connection with the gospel is a reality of life.
But the knowing about the truth, but acting the love is different things.
This work for the poorest of the, we are poorest of the poor, not only the poor, that's the gift of God. And we must not spoil it. That's why we need a deep life of prayer. I wouldn't be able, as I told you, even if I don't have the time for prayer, I have 4 hours of prayer every day. I wouldn't be able to do anything. It's like what blood is to the body, prayer is to the soul. You can't live without blood, no? So you can't love God without prayer.
In India is a very Hindu tradition country. Very much Hinduism is very strong. But
they have accepted the work beautifully. Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist, everything.
So all of them are your friends?
You see, every first Friday we fast.
Fast every first Friday?
Yeah, we fast the whole day. And then, because we have no Fiji there and also we have to do the marketing every day. That day, marketing money we put by for the poor. And then that is, after that, one of the Buddhist monks came here and we spoke about that. They went back and got many families to fast and they put all the money together and they brought it here to build a house. Beautiful. But it has helped people a lot. If you do it all for Jesus, through Mary.
Yes, yes.
Through Mary. If she is there, we are all right. She is the cause of our joy. Immaculate Heart of Mary, cause of our joy. Bless your own missionaries of charity. Help us to do all the good we can. Keep us in your heart. Bless us and be all for Jesus. Yes.
Oh, Jesus,
through
Mary.
Through Mary. So pray for us.
Now our indifference will be shattered. By seeing and listening, we can realize who really are those that are being served wholeheartedly by Mother Teresa. Sister Lee Hae-in will report that Christ is right there where the human suffering is. And she also witnessed the followers of Mother Teresa who are conveying the love of God 24 hours a day. They are living a contemplative life in the midst of the secular world. You can see the place where miracles happen every day